Right, yeah, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point.
So
The reason why I
what
called.
happened?
Right. So, have you watched any of the old Donald Trump interviews or anything old of Donald Trump?
Yeah,
All right. So, have you
yeah.
watched
He's been.
have you watched any old movies recently?
No, I ain't got time for all that shit.
Well,
I'm outside planting food. I'm outside planting food, guy, because when the food runs out in the fucking stores, I know I'm still gonna be able to eat.
here's the thing now. Did you know that they shut down the sections in Walmarts that they say are non-essential, which is seed aisles and hunting equipment and camping equipment aisles?
Yeah, yeah. You can go in for food and that's it.
Why can't you go in for seed?
Apparently, that's not essential.
Why would you say it's not essential?
Well, I know it's essential, but to the average person that is used to just getting their food out of the supermarket, it's not essential to them because they wouldn't even know what to do with a package of chicken seeds if it bit them in the ass.
Well, right, because they're not up to par with survival skills. And
They're not self-sufficient, and they're not even. I don't even know how they put on their fucking pants every day. To be honest with you,
all right,
they got their heads so far up their ass.
so if you had
It's
to rate,
ridiculous.
if you had to rate society on a scale from 1 to 10 on survival skills, what would you rate them as?
What, everybody? Everybody's different.
Everybody in
I
general.
mean, there's quite a.
Because there's a lot of
Well,
people. Well, listen, there's a lot of people that are gun collectors and doomsday preppers, and right now these doomsday preppers. I ain't never seen so many doomsday preppers make so many fucking YouTube videos about making hand sanitizer, and they don't even see what's going on in front of them. So
I know.
What would you say about that?
Oh, they're ignorant. They're ignorant. They're blind.
How so?
Well, their brain isn't big enough to actually absorb everything that's really going on. Either that, or they're just too ignorant to want to believe it. They think they think our government actually has our best interests at heart. They think their government actually cares about them.
So who would you say Donald
nothing
Trump?
farther from the truth.
Who would you say Donald Trump really is?
Well, he's for the American people. He's definitely for the American people. He's the one that's, unfortunately,
Yeah, but
unfortunately, he's got us in this. He's got us in this fucking pickle.
Yeah, but don't you remember the Bible verse that he would fool even the elect if possible, and that he would praise God, and he would be the father of all lies, and he's been caught in over 300 and something lies?
Well, I haven't caught him in one lie yet, other than the fact that he's definitely trying to put America first and broke off all the bullshit deals that the Democrats had us bound to with China, Paris Hilton, the Paris Accord. You know, all the bad deals. I mean, he knows economics. He's a businessman.
Of course he knows.
About it. He's been talking about it for years.
Of course.
He knows the numbers. He knows how bad the American people been getting it up the ass by these people. I mean, every one of them politicians, okay? Every one of them politicians, every single one. What do? As soon as they get in office, they put all their people, all their family members and everything else underneath them, delegating all these little other jobs, like Hunter Biden over in Ukraine. You got John Kerry's son over in Ukraine Nancy Pelosi's children over in Ukraine. They all got a hand in Ukraine. Ukraine, one of the most corrupt fucking countries there is.
Right.
Okay? They're taking our American tax dollars, they're shipping it to other fucking countries, and then they're funneling it back through their family members back into their own pocket and becoming millionaires.
Yeah, but they're not doing that no more.
They've been doing
They're not doing that no more thanks
forever.
to Trump. Now it
Exactly.
does say that he would save us, right? Now the Bible, let me just quote the Bible real quick. Right? It says that he would fool even the elect if possible, that he would praise God above all, and that he would prove miracles were possible. Now, Trump has been talking about miracle after miracle after miracle, and he's been not only doing that, but he's been doing many other things. What is your take on the simple fact of, let me hit you with this. All right, let me hit you with something better.
Did you get the thing I just sent you in Messenger?
No. Maybe you want to speak it on, because you're live, so maybe you want to speak that.
Live. I just got out of bed. You put me on live. What do you want to get? Kicking the dink?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
People want to hear real. They don't want to hear fake. And this is real. Ladies and gentlemen, he just threatened to kick me in the dink. Just so you know, he is my fucking family.
Yeah.
This is real talk. This isn't no bullshit. This is not around the way corners.
What do you want? You want another dirty sock tied around your mouth from when we used to play out in the barn, get our feet all muddy and dirty?
Well, if you remember correctly,
first one falls asleep and get a dirty sock tied around their mouth. Remember that?
If you remember correctly, I used to fucking slam you in the hay mound.
Oh boy, here we go. You come out up and try slamming me in the hay mound right now. See what happens.
Trust me.
I remember you crying. Leaving the hay mound. I can't do it.
No, that was your boy AD. That was your boy. That was your boy AD that said that, because you told him.
I broke him too.
No, you told him. You told him.
I sent him home crying.
No, you told him. Oh, you guys got problems with each other? Why don't you guys fight it out up here in the hay mound? And he told you no. And that was that. But I will fuck you up in that hay mound, kid. I will fucking drop you. These people want to hear real talk. These people want to hear savage.
This stuff's getting deep.
Yeah, they want to hear savage talk. They want to hear fucking grimy, I will fuck you up type talk. But at the same time, they want to hear the truth. They want to hear what you have to say about everything that's going on and what you believe. So I'm presenting you with an opportunity to reach. Hold on before you talk. I'm presenting you with an opportunity to speak to hundreds of thousands of people that are on my channel. Now, these hundreds of thousands of people that are on my channel, they're not just there for no reason. They're there because I provide facts all the time. And I provide optimism as well at the same time. And I want to hear what you have to say. And they also want to hear what you have to say. And that's why they're there listening. That's why they're there clicking on the channel. That's why they're there on the page. They want to hear it. So I'm going to give you your chance right here and right now to make yourself known. Say who you are. You don't got to say your name. You can make up a name, but just do your best and then give them what they want to hear, or at least what you think.
Oh, I'm an American patriot that stands behind our President Trump. That's who I am.
All right, well, whether they like it or not, let them hear what you have to say. Go ahead and speak.
All right, now. They like it or not. What? Being a patriot? Being for our country? All these people want to talk about illegal immigrants. Oh no, they're not illegal. They're undocumented. Well, what's the difference? You came here illegally. Now they want to take care of it. They want to take our tax dollars and give them to illegal immigrants. Hey, if you came here legally, we'd have no trouble giving you money. No trouble whatsoever.
Right, and that's what Trump says.
But because
Trump says if you come here legally, we will provide for you. But if you don't come here legally,
And
we're not
listen to me.
providing.
I'm a human being. If I see somebody starving or I see somebody in trouble, I'm the first person to take the shirt off my back and to help you out.
Right.
But if you're doing shit to harm people, like, you know, there's a lot of them here that are killing, raping, and stealing, and it's like, yeah, I really kind of don't feel bad for those people. Grab them by their fucking ankles and chuck them back over the wall. That's what I said.
Yeah, but don't you think that's a little harsh?
Like, no, not at all. Harsh is coming here and raping and stealing and pillaging from us, the hard-working man.
Yeah, but
I mean, and when I say hard-working man, you got to look at it this way. There's many different forms of richness in this country, whether you're filthy, stinking money rich or you're rich at heart and rich with values. Now, I was raised with values. I was raised to be self-sufficient. I was raised, if you wanted something, you got your ass out in the garden and you picked the weeds if you wanted to eat. Nobody's going to go bring it to you. Nobody's going to hand it to you. You got all these people that are rich, right? You got all these movie stars and everything else paying for their kids to get into college, and their college kids are just partying and drinking it away and having a good time, where you have people like me, no chance to go to college. When I was 10 years old, I was working over 80 hours a week, 77 hours a week, plus another 2 hours there and back to work for $2.80 an hour. Okay? There's way two different types of people in this world. And so is it harsh for me? No. I'm not in some other country trying to get in America. I'm here in fucking America struggling, okay? It's not all peaches and cream like they make it seem. It's not. Just because you see it on TV and, oh, it's great, America, opportunity, this and that. No. A lot of us have to dig our fucking heels in and hope to God. And now, look at the poor people they took all the jobs from. Look at the poor waitresses, the poor people with these small businesses. They're screwed. They smashed them down to nothing. For what? Because they don't have a democratic fucking leader that can lead their party. So they decide to mass murder people because that's the only way they think they can hurt Trump is by crashing the economy.
Well, let me ask you this.
Come on.
What do you mean by mass murder?
We're just releasing this virus, creating this pandemic, whether it just even be, I mean, obviously it's real. People are getting sick and people are dying. Okay? But you got to realize a couple of things. We are in peak flu season. Are a lot of these people that are dying being misdiagnosed and thrown into the numbers of the COVID-19? I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't test them. I didn't check them. No different when they claim they killed Osama bin Laden. I don't know if he's fucking dead. I didn't see his body. Nobody showed me before they dumped it in the sea. You know what I mean?
Well,
so it's like,
how
do you believe it? Why? Because they say it?
Well, they did.
I don't believe nothing on the news because the news is nothing but lies.
Hold on, because
you can't believe the news.
They did search for Osama bin Laden's body and they couldn't find it, and that brings up a good point. But what I'm saying to you is that all this shit that's going on, I'm thinking that this shit has been staged by the Democrats, and we do have video and recording of professional doctors stating that this virus has been created elsewhere and released into the public on purpose. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
yeah, it's recorded and it's professionally recorded and
So,
stated.
so unfortunately, a lot of people, innocent people, are dying for nothing more than money. Corporate, big money, greed
Right, but do you
by
think
the
this
hands
is
of whether it be.
right? Now let me ask you this: do you think that this is leading to a hostile takeover of everybody's rights and by the Democrats, of course, and they're pushing this agenda, and because they're the ones that created it, and they're the ones that are pushing Trump
No,
to
it would
defend
never.
it.
It would never. It would never happen. It would never happen here in America. People would not stand for it.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
what
tell you
about Bill
something right
Gates?
now.
What about Bill
Everybody,
Gates? What about Bill Gates'
what
Agenda
about
201, where he says that everybody now Agenda
has to be
201.
vaccinated?
Hold on, listen. Agenda 201 was where they did in October, a month before the virus actually was exposed, that they said
Yeah, it was a
that
dry run.
right, but they were doing a practice run and they were talking about mandatory vaccines, digital vaccines, to where everybody had to get a digital vaccine, and this, that, and the third. What's your take on that?
I don't know. I would like to know more about it. I mean, when he's talking about digital, because just like your DNA, everybody has a certain sequence. It's a very distinct fingerprint, right?
Right.
Right. Everybody's DNA is very distinct. So if you map a person's DNA, you can automatically know whether or not that person's going to get heart disease, cancer, all kinds of other different diseases, right? Because you know by genoming and looking at the data of their DNA, and you can possibly create a cure or have stuff on file that knows.
You don't
It's
think
kind of
that,
like,
you don't think that they had a
well,
vaccine already
this
ahead
way.
of time?
Let me, oh, probably, absolutely.
All right,
But
so then that
look at
means
it
it's
this way.
man-made.
Look at it this way.
because
Look at it this
because
way.
they arrested
Your vehicles.
the person that created the coronavirus. They arrested him.
Lieberman, yeah, from Harvard. The head guy from Harvard, Lieberman.
Right.
Yeah, I seen that.
But they're not talking about it on the fucking news. Why?
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's big. That's huge. Why are they not talking about it on the news?
Well, because if they did, then they would have to address the fact that the other two people that they also arrested that are tied to China for espionage, right?
Right.
They would have to bring that up to light. And now you're going to see more people kicking and screaming and demanding war. Demanding war with China, like, how dare they? When here it's three rotten little assholes that could potentially destroy mankind and the earth as we know it by a nuclear fucking war.
How do you say that? Why do you say that? What's your reasoning?
What's my reasoning? I mean, they can't put it in the public that these people stole, well, we're working with China with this coronavirus, right?
Right.
They can't put that out to the world.
Right.
I mean, it's on the down low, yeah, circulating through the dark web, and it's going through Facebook, and it's not being pounded in your head by the media. What's still being pounded in your head by the media is, Trump didn't act soon enough. Trump didn't send us any supplies. Trump is killing people by telling them to take this. They're causing more pandemonium, more panic, scaring people more. How are they not being held accountable for their actions? I mean, that's like yelling fire, fire, fire. Let me ask you this. Here's food for thought. Let me ask you this.
Oh, so you're going to ask me a question?
I want to ask you a question. Let's pretend you're a fire chief and you show up to a fucking barn fire, right?
Right.
Okay? And it's in the middle of August, and it's drier than shit out, and there's still high, dry hay in the fields.
You said the middle
and
of
dry
August?
woods and, well, yeah. August is hot.
All right.
Right? So, but you show up to this big barn fire or structure fire or house fire, and you got your crew, and everybody's getting a hose. And now, in the same aspect, pretending that Mayor Cuomo shows up to this fire and tells everybody, no. Grab a bunch of that fire and take it over there, upstate New York. Grab some more of that fire and take it over there to Buffalo. Isn't that the complete opposite of containment? That would be spreading the fucking fire, wouldn't it?
Yes. Come here. Hold on 1 second, because I actually have another opinion on this. Hey, come here. All right. Well, my other opinionist is not really trying. They're not trying to get involved in what's going on. They don't really.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, common sense. Let's take common sense into. I know there ain't a lot of that out there today, but let's just take some common sense. If you're trying to contain a fire,
stay here.
Do you put where it is and isolate it, or do you grab handfuls of it and start spreading it all over the place?
Right.
Common sense. Which one would you do?
Well, say that again.
If there was a massive fire, a structured fire,
right,
and you showed up on the scene, okay? Pretend the fire is the virus in the middle of New York City, and New York City is the structure.
Right.
Okay? Do you show up on the scene and A, take a bunch of the fire and disperse it all across New York, upstate New York? Do you disperse the fire, or do you lock down the whole city and contain the fire?
I would choose,
which one would you do?
I would choose lock down New York City and contain the fire. And from what I see...
isn't that what we're supposed to be on?
Yes, but from what I see, he's spread the fire to Schenectady and Albany, and he's been pushing all these coronavirus patients out.
Exactly. So not only is he dispersing the fire, what else did he do? He also put you in lockdown and held you in containment and trying to restrict your travel. Right. Well, that's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot.
Right.
Isn't it?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's no different.
So there's more going on here than just a coronavirus out there spreading so fast and wildly. Well, it's spreading so fast and wildly because our freaking jerk-off head leaders are spreading it. They're sending it to all these different counties when there's no need to. Keep it in your own county. We don't want it here.
All right. So.
Right?
Right. So I have a question, right? My question is what do you think about this coronavirus, and what do you think that Trump is doing about it?
Well, I think Trump is doing about it everything he can.
All right. So
everything he can with what he's being told. But he's doing exactly what he should be doing, and that's listening to these professionals of the task force that he put together way back in January.
Now, hold on 1 second. I need you to pause right there, because I have a different view. And I'm going to expose that different view. Now, I have on the channel, not just you and I, but somebody who's been listening to this whole conversation and they have been dying to make a comment about this whole situation, about Trump, about the whole agenda of this coronavirus, and they're going to give their opinion about what they feel is going on and how they feel it's going on. Agent X, why don't you give us a little bit of your insight and knowledge and how you feel about this virus and what you think Trump is doing about it?
Trump's looking for votes. Period. End of story. Trump is looking for votes. That's reality. Reality is it's a fucking election year. So let's tell everybody how great the economy was. And oh, geez. This is everybody's so perfect. I'm doing everything I can better than any other world could do anything. And all the past administration, this, that, the other fucking thing. Screw you, asshole. You're fucking looking for votes.
So, long story short, Trump is just trying to get in the good graces of the people.
Right, he's playing a game because you listen to anything he says, anything, I don't give a fuck what it is. He can talk for fucking an hour on TV every fucking day. This is his political run. Okay.
Give me an example of who you think would be a better president than he is right now. Give me one name, one person.
Dog.
And if you say Hillary Clinton, I will drive to wherever you are and slap you in the mouth.
I didn't say Hillary Clinton. There isn't even a fucking Democrat that can run. What they need to do is just fucking out this motherfucker.
They have nobody.
Well, they have no
nobody.
Fucking Republican word.
That's the problem.
They're trying with Joe Biden.
Well, they're trying.
That guy's in a cuckoo den. That guy's locked up. You see him
Well, I'm
talking to
sick and
birds.
tired of listening to a conversation from a man that everybody praises as fucking, oh, we're going to put the border wall up. I am so sick and tired of listening to his lies. If you got a fucking...
How many lies? All right, let me ask
At least 10 lies per paragraph.
All right, let me ask a question. How many lies have been proven that he's told?
Go slow, because I want to write them down.
There's been over 200 lies that he's told.
Well, I'm listening to at least one so I can write it down.
Well, there's been over 200 plus lies that he's told.
In the first
and
month
in the
of
Bible,
this virus.
in the Bible, I'm going to quote the Bible here. In the Bible, it says that he would be the father of all lies. That the Antichrist would be the father of all lies, and it would show us what and where we are in the time. Now he is
okay.
told,
Well, if you had Joe Biden in there, I would agree with, yes, definitely the Bible, and there's your Antichrist, because that guy's about as evil and as vile as it comes. I don't know. Do you see any of the videos of how many children he's molested and groped right there on TV, right in front of the parents, right in front of people?
How can you prove that, though?
That ain't groping. He fucking is a...
There's video.
Everybody's grandfather. He ain't fucking playing with anybody.
They're just making it up.
No. He's on video. You watch his little hand going towards the
Listen,
little
the video, they're
else.
just showing you a little video of his
watch
hand
some more
on
fucking
somebody.
Fox News. That's fucking fake
They're
news.
showing you, hold on, this is a three-way conversation, I understand, but one of us can talk at one time, not all three of us. So, let's do this. let me say this. Joe Biden has been caught touching and groping people. Understand. I understand that. But it's been an agenda from the media that they pushed something that wasn't true. They're doing it on purpose. They're making Joe Biden look like something he isn't.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What did Joe Biden and his family get in return from the $1 billion they got from China?
I don't know. Maybe you'll tell me.